Today, we're gonna go in and we're gonna check out what we got in Reuse It Pros that's really cool and very interesting. And kind of give you a tour and show you some of the stuff we got, the condition it's in, how new it is, how interesting it is, and some of the really unusual stuff that we get. And the very tail end of this video, I'm gonna show you something that is super huge, super large, won't fit in most people's houses, but you would like to have it. Okay, now I'm not in the warehouse doing this every day, and we're gonna test my knowledge. We're gonna do a little challenge here with Lee. We're gonna say, hey Lee, this is what I think this is worth. What's the number you got in mind? Or we're actually gonna do it the other way. We're gonna ask Lee and I'll tell you what my number was. And in some of these numbers that are in the videos, you're gonna see that they're dead on. Some of them, wildly different. For example, one of the things, it was a buffet. I priced it at $6.99. They priced it at $159. Well, guess what? It's not here anymore. But it was a big thing. It took up a lot of space. It was super heavy, hard to sell if we didn't do that. That's our not using our knowledge to our advantage.
This is your chance to defend yourself from all the comments.
So
saying you're making it up.
But at any rate, I am making it up. Okay. The truth is I'm guessing, but I got a pretty good idea what things are worth. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time. And I hate when people say stuff like that to me. I've been doing this for a long time and I know everything, but I don't. It's a constant learning process. So have fun tailing. This is the Reuse It Pros warehouse. This is our sign here. This is our logo for the Reuse It Pros. We have 3 different logos. We have one for our selective demolition, which has the demo hammer on it. It's on the side of my truck over there. One for the demolition of houses, and you'll see it on the big trailer way over there. Then we have the Reuse It Pros logo. All 3 of these are our logos. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. So we sell about 2,000 vanities a year, okay? 2,000 vanities, that's a lot. So look at these. So we brought these back. These got hard surfaces. This stuff's still in style. Somebody probably put this in 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and they decided that they're going to update their condo. So this one right here, we're asking $379 for it. And what you're hearing back here is we have to run 2 ice machines, and the guys will empty them out every day. Saves us from paying for ice down at the gas station. So this one we're asking $379. That's a ridiculously low price for that. That is, that's a shaker style. This is kind of a shaker style, $700 for this one. We're asking $664 for this one. So you say, well, that's a crazy number. How'd you come up with $664? So what happens is we price things, we put the price on it, and then what we do is we bring it down 10%. For the first 30 days, we don't bring them down at all. Then after that, we bring them down 10% every, God, that's annoying. We bring them down 10% every week until it sells. Basically, we run out of space. So we have about 22,000 square foot inside and out, and we really need something the size of a Walmart. But I mean, look at these vanities. This one, $598. $341. I mean, look at this. This is super crazy high quality. It's solid wood. It's an amazing setup. It's not perfect. You can see down here there's a little bit of damage, and that's why it's priced. This, maybe somebody had this custom made. I don't know. Maybe they bought it from a high-end vanity maker. You see stuff like this all the time inside of these fancy condos. Now this one only $179. So that means that the customers have voted on this because a lot of people have been through the warehouse and nobody's bought it. So us bringing the price down, it's down to $179. It's going to get to the point where it's ridiculously low and somebody's just going to take it. What that says is this probably isn't the style that a lot of people want to have. That's what it tells us. Now, in the past, we would sit on this for a year or 2 years and wait for it to sell. But what we realized is we were losing out on this much space constantly. So right here, when we're in the peak season, you see all these outlets. This is our one of our refrigerator walls. Okay, so now here's kitchen cabinet sets. These are kitchens that were in a house that somebody updated, and there's really nothing wrong with them other than the fact that they're a different color than what they wanted or a different style. Now these are solid wood faces. These have engineered wood on the ends. This would be considered solid wood because it is plywood on the sides, it's solid wood on the fronts. Super high quality, okay? These kind of things, we get a lot of them. So this set here, we're asking $1,200 for. And there's 20 pieces for $1,200. So this right here, the date on it tells us how long it's been here. This has some really nice features to it. So you just need a handyman or somebody who can install these that has some sense to them. So let's say you only need, you say, how do you make a kitchen cabinet set fit? Well, you get 20 pieces when you only need 15, and then you use pieces and parts to make the kitchen cabinet set work. As a handyman or as somebody who's been rehabbing stuff for a long time, you learn how to do that just to save money, especially if you're doing stuff and you're just renting them out. Now this right here is a very common thing. You see it all the time. Now, you didn't see, maybe 10 years ago, you didn't see name brands on all these kitchen cabinet sets, but a lot of the kitchen cabinet sets now have a name brand to them. So this set here, this is a 23-piece set, super high quality, cheap price, $1,700 for that. So for what it would cost to buy these two cabinets, you can have a whole cabinet set if you like the color. You know, sometimes people take these and they'll take them and they will paint them. They'll have somebody come in and paint them, and they still save money. They might spend $8 grand on getting them painted, spent $2 grand on the cabinets, and they saved themselves another $15,000. So here's another set. Now this is a more modern set because of the handles on it. This is pretty much manufactured wood, this whole set. So we're asking $19.99 for this. Basically, it's all about the style. Right here, you can see a picture of them installed and where they were installed. And this is a 12-piece set. Okay, so we're at that time of the year where we're not as busy. We don't have as much inventory turning over as we normally have. Now, most of the time we are completely full. Okay, right now we're full. We're not completely full, we're full. This in any other situation would not be here. This is so unique, so interesting that the guys thought, you know what, we're gonna give it a try. It's super high quality. It is a name brand. Can't see what the name of it is, but so this is getting a chance. Most likely this is gonna end up getting knocked down and thrown away, unfortunately. So we get a lot of other stuff when we're doing this stuff, like this is a sleeping bag, you know. This is one of those Bose speaker setups.
South side.
Okay, that's Lee telling everybody where to go.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Lee. Morning. The guy's taking some granite. I'm going to put it over on there. So, if you noticed the last video, these were in the condo, that $3 million condo down on Marco Island. Check this out. This is pretty cool. A little seahorse. Matter of fact, I think that's gonna find its way to my house. Matter of fact, it definitely is. Hey, Mike, go throw this in my truck. And those boxes that are laying out there, can you bring them in? Huh? Can you go find the other one? Oh, there is. All right, cool. Gentlemen, please. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy. Oh, sorry.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so we got more vanities.
These have been here for a minute now.
Okay, a lot of these have been here for a little bit. So again, our pricing, this one is, they keep bringing it down. This is super crazy unique. So somebody who really wants it, or it's just too unique and nobody's gonna put it to use in our marketplace. That's what we find with stuff like that. We've sold these, we rarely sell them for less than $5,000. This one's down to $28.59. It's probably an older one. The condition on it is satisfactory. It's not perfect. It's in pretty good shape, but somebody actually used this stove. A lot of these stoves in this marketplace, they just don't get used. And this is not, what does that say? So this is a GE monogram. Most of the time when we get these, they're Wolf or Viking. Wolf or Viking, they sell right away. A lot of times we sell them online on eBay and we end up shipping them out. So this is a really good find. This is, somebody's gonna get a really good price on this just because it's not that mostly desired brand. If you notice, this was down in the $3 million condo. This was one of two. They were side by side. The other one's right here. So a lot of these came from that condo. A lot of these are just prints. They were just stuff that bought at a furniture store. They're not, you know, art. So get some really nice, different stuff. And in a year's time, all of these will all be different. So we just take them, we sell them, and then we put up another one. Garbage disposals, okay? We sell at least 100 garbage disposals a year. So these are garbage disposals. These longer numbers means that these are on eBay, and this might be a $600 garbage disposal and we're asking $214 for it. We sell a lot of faucets and stuff like that, and we sell them on eBay. This right here, if you've been following our channel for multiple years, we got this inside of a very large junk removal on the doctor's office, and we had 3 of these. And this one, we're really not pushing to sell it. We kind of like the decor, it to be part of our decor. We've got some cool little things that we keep in here. Now this light here, we get some really cool lights. That one probably was $1,000 when it was brand new. So we're asking $199 for that. Take a look at this fan back here. It's kind of a unique fan. Asking $199 for that. This chandelier here, we're asking, what are we asking? $165 for that. So we get some really, really cool stuff. Some other fans. These fans right here would be $400 and $500 brand new. Probably asking this one's $99, and I can't see what the other one was. I think $199 for that one. Another situation where this is so super unique. Somebody spent a lot of money on this. And the question is there anybody in our marketplace that's going to think this is cool enough that they want to reinstall it? So,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's probably why it's not selling. And you notice it's fell before. So I need to get them to connect this, just glue this on. So $404 for that. These are really cool. Some of these, we sold one of these on eBay a couple days ago. I saw it sold for like $250. These are pretty cool. This one right here has got a shell, is its stopper. These kind of glass bowls and stuff, if they're name brand, but see there's no name brand on this one. If there's a name brand on this and it's desirable, then we could sell just this on eBay for, you know, $200 or $300 or $400. And yeah, probably about $30 to ship. Okay, so this is the piano coming out of the video that we're going to put out this last week. This was in that Sanibel home. Sometimes people will go ahead and buy these, and they'll go ahead and buy the cord for it. We didn't have the cord with it. These are antiques. Antiques are really hard to sell here. We hate throwing antiques away, so we'll bring them back here. We'll give them a chance to sell before we break them up and throw them away. So right here, these are some smart fans. These are fans that were in a project. They were left over, and we ended up picking them up, doing a clean out. The last clean out on a rehab. When they got done with it, they said, look, everything in here's got to go. Okay, they don't have time to mess with it. So this is $299. This is going to easily be, with this style of fan, this is going to be a $600 or $500 fan. So we're asking $299 for that. If you remember, back in the day, we had a spoondelier that was here. And the spoondelier was here for probably 6 months, okay? What's a spoondelier? Well, it's a chandelier made out of spoons. They were silver spoons. That sold on eBay for $350. You can look up our eBay. It's Reuse It Pros on eBay, and you can find You can find everything we had. You could actually find that sale. So here we are, we have a whole bunch more vanities in here. This right here, if you've been following us for a while, you'll notice that this has been here for a while. And we're not gonna drop the price on this, we're gonna wait. This is on eBay, and this is most likely gonna sell out of territory. The reason is most areas here do not have gas. So if you don't have propane in your yard buried, you don't have gas. So very small market for great gas appliances here. Now this has been here a while too, and I think that the reason this is not selling is because the floor is very uneven here, and it makes this look like there's something wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the floor is uneven. If you turn around, check this vanity out, 1,100 bucks for that. Super crazy cool vanity. You get a lot of options with that. You could cut this and make it this wide. You could cut it this and make it this wide. You could cut it and make it this wide. Or you can install it the way it is. A lot of houses don't have the room for that when you're in the DIY stuff. Again, more vanities. We get stuff like this all the time. If you look at the cord on this, that makes this like a 1980s lamp. The brass fittings up here, the same. Shh, there he is. And then we have the bank robber. This right here is a portable warmer to keep cloths at a safe and comfortable temperature. Okay, so something like this on eBay might sell. It has its cord, so something like this, if it's not on eBay, it should be on eBay. I'm gonna double check that with Willow. And then you get all this kind of crazy stuff like this. Like, what is this? This is like a miniature, this looks like a miniature stone oven for a kitchen. It's got the vent. So very cool. Not something you see very often. Probably also something that, if it can be cleaned up better, can be sold on eBay better than it could be sold out of this warehouse. Got such a small marketplace out of the warehouse. Now you come out here and you look at all this. We got all these hurricane windows that are left over. We get takedown. We're demoing houses all the time, and we take them apart when it makes sense. We take them apart and we repurpose whatever we can out of them. So we try not to mess with windows unless they are hurricane rated. So like, check out this fountain. It's a pretty cool fountain. We get probably 10 of those a year. Some of them are way bigger than this, some of them that are this size. They're something that you got to have somebody that's really into this, that's a handyman and can install something like that, because you'll always need some sort of repairs. This is actually the hose off a dishwasher. This is a vent that goes over a stove. If you notice this thing here, this will be in the video from Sanibel. This is a little swing. I put $199 on it in the video. They actually priced this at $299 here. And I need to tell Lee to put that back on, if you can help me remember. Okay, these hang on the wall. You would have seen this in the condo video down there on Marco Island. Same thing with this one. Set up there, put little plants on them or whatever. Oh, that was the bed frame for the air mattress at the Sanibel house. That's right, it was. I remember, now that you say it. So we put all this stuff in Connex boxes, kind of protect it from the weather. We put lights in them. They're not air conditioned, but this is our typical setup. So a lot of these are just cabinets. They're vanities with no tops. This is a matching vanity to one of the vanities that's in the other room, in the other area. So we have two of those. This right here is kind of like a buffet for somebody to put in their dining room. And a lot of this stuff, this is a set for a. This probably had a cooktop in it, and that was a small refrigerator. I'm pretty sure this came from the Marco Island demo. So now this right here, these are super crazy expensive. Look at the way that this is set up and organized so you can organize your stuff. And it has these push button, these push drawers. So somebody's got to adjust that one before we can get this sold. So I need to talk to so these are the same thing. They basically have no pulls on them. So check this out. This is some sort of an antique. And again, we get some crazy cool stuff. I don't know what this is worth. This is definitely something that we need to check it out on. They're made in Taiwan, so I don't know that it's really worth much. Just looks like it's very, very old.
It's Taiwanese Santa.
So, okay, so some really, really interesting things that are kind of historic looking. These are actually look like they were wood carved. Okay, so these look like historical figures from possibly from the Bible. Okay, this is an angel. Okay, now this is made out of ceramic. So this is wood. This is a king. This might be the three kings that went and met Jesus. You know, here's someone carrying a lamb. This is all wood. So this stuff right here, did it come out of the Sanibel house, you think?
Yeah, they were in the attic at Sanibel.
So these were in the attic at the Sanibel house. So what are they worth? I don't know. Definitely going to be worth more money on eBay than here. Although we have a minimum on eBay. We only want to sell things that we make about 50 bucks on. So how are you still doing that wakeboard stuff?
Yeah.
You do it like every weekend, or?
I try to on Saturdays. Even.
You want to do that off the back of my boat? Huh?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've never done it on the back of the boat before.
Yeah, you want to do that? We'll do that. I should have my boat back this next week. Not this Sunday, maybe the following Sunday. Let's coordinate.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. You want to bring Jackson too, or see if Jackson wants to come? It'd be kind of fun. We get to bring Martin since it's his birthday. Yeah. Or we could go fishing to use him as chum. Huh? Just poke him a few times so he bleeds enough. The most exciting thing that we get for me is the stuff that we get for eBay that's very unique. The examples would be that wooden doll we got this last week. The other thing would be like these plates that we got. There's all kinds of stuff we get that comes back up into eBay. Let's go upstairs and look at the eBay room. Hey, you're hanging out in the dark area.
Oh yeah, the attic.
Look at this thing. So this is our eBay storage room up here, and she's got to keep her boxes and everything up here. So right here, these are some old school amplifiers, and this is a disc player, 6-disc player for back in the day when we had nothing but CDs to play music on. All this stuff in here, these are breakers, and these heavy-duty breakers, they come out of the big complexes and stuff, and these can be worth, $100 could be worth $1,000. These big gigantic breakers like this one here, this one, we don't have a price on it, but this would be probably somewhere, what do you think? This is probably $400 or $500 for this big breaker?
Oh yeah, usually.
So it's probably 500 or more. This might be a $2,500 breaker. It just depends. Whatever the prior sales are, the completed sales, then we price it off of that. This right here was a brand new box that was never installed, and it came off of one of the job sites. We have 2 of them. We're asking $1,000 for that. Now it will probably cost us probably 100 to 200 to ship that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably a couple $100 to ship it. See a lot of these old components. Some people collect that stuff. Some people, when theirs goes out, they don't want to learn how to use a new one. They just want the same thing again. So this right here, we're asking $69.99 for that. These are benches that probably come out of our vans, and we resell them for people who are wanting to put stuff back in their van to sell it. We've got some doors that came off of some of the trucks. But we get all kinds of crazy stuff. So this is all old school technology here. These are amplifiers and receivers. So this is just kind of an example of the behind the scenes of the things that we sell on eBay. This is our eBay storage area. 2 of these sold. We got these from the that $3 million Marco condo. How much did he sell for?
Full price.
Full price, so
$60 for 2 of them.
okay, $60 for 2 of them. How much to ship them?
Probably not much, maybe $15 at
$15 to ship them. So sold them for 60 bucks, $15. We still have 2 more we can sell. Okay, so check this out. You see this rounded reception area? We pulled that out of a, I think it was a bank, and we put that in here. It's been here for several years, and we actually have installed electric and stuff on it at this point. And this is like command central, and the guys can sit here and they can see people walking in the warehouse. This is where Lee and Carol work out of. Here is the wall of refrigerators. Now, in our prime season, we'll have, sometimes we have 30 refrigerators. Right now, we probably have 15. So if you notice all the way down through here, these are all refrigerators that have come out of these high-end renovations that we do. We're getting ready for our next scrap run. Okay, it's not going to be nearly as big. We finished up with all these hurricanes, and the hurricanes gave us this wild amount of scrap. So this is more like a normal scrap run for us. This is something I'd like to point out too. This is pretty cool. Again, these kind of things they're expensive. If you have to go to a lighting store and buy them. So something like this, we'll probably ask $199 for it. Probably was $500 10 years ago. All right, let's go check out the scrap metal area. So this is about 2 months of scrap that we have accumulated. Compressors, radiators. This is a cabinet set that came back and was not in good enough shape that we could resell it. Probably had taken the doors off of it or something. All the doors are missing. So it's really cool, nice cabinet set, but they took the doors off of it. So getting the doors, the right doors and stuff is just not, it just doesn't make sense. So the crew leader didn't know what to do, so he just brought it back. So this is pretty cool. Now this was down on Fort Myers Beach. It's actually on one of my buddy's properties. It was sunk into the ground about 5 feet, and this is it's a tiki bar setup he had behind one of his rentals, his Airbnb rentals. The volume of scrap metal that we're getting now is significantly different than it was, say, 6 months ago, and it's basically because, you know, all the houses that were being torn down and complexes being torn down, that creates a lot of scrap. So this is our scrap area back here. The guys will work here in the mornings when they get here. Some of the guys will be loading up their trucks and getting things ready. The rest of the guys will be back here helping out Bernard do the scrap metal. And basically we take each different type of scrap, put it into different containers, separate it so that we can take it up to the scrap metal place. We have a local scrap metal company that was just bought. Allied was bought out by another company. I'm trying to think of the name of them. We talked to them. We're doing some cleanup for them on a lot behind their scrap metal facility up on Veronica Shoemaker. And it sounds like we're going to work out a deal with them, and we'll be able to do our scrap metal here without driving that extra 100 miles. So that's what we're hoping. We love them guys up there in Suncoast, but the thing is we're 100 miles away, and these are smaller loads. So this load here, I'm just not so sure. This might be a $5,000 or $10,000 load instead of the close to $30,000 we've been getting. We bought a property that is not next to our Airbnb property. We worked out an owner finance deal, and we're going to build a house from scratch again. This will be our second house we built since we've been down here, since we started Remove It Pros. And this right here, we're going to keep this. Part of this was abused by the Hurricane Ian pretty bad. Some of it's ripped up in that. We're going to use pieces and parts of this to repair the lift that we have over there on this new property that we're buying. So it'll look like a brand new lift once we get done with that. So here's some tile that we got. We get a lot of tile. Most of the time, like the Airbnbs we're doing right now, we could go out and spend, you know, $5,000 worth of tile to put in the bathrooms and stuff like that, or we can use up what we get here. Now, some of it's not exactly the perfect color, but it's still very beautiful and very good condition and almost the right color. And we'll update these Airbnbs that way. The Airbnbs, when we buy them, typically we're buying stuff that's really bad shape, and we're taking it all the way from studs out. So we're putting in new baths, new kitchen, new flooring, new drywall, new electric. Everything's completely updated when we're done. And that gives us about a 15-year window of having to do practically nothing to maintain the Airbnbs. That's the mindset that we have. Now, because of the hurricanes, we didn't get to do as much as we normally do. We normally do them 1 or 2 a year. So for almost 3 years, we did basically just 1. So now we have 2 of them underway. They're both duplexes. Jorge, what are you hiding from, buddy?
I'm looking for Greg.
Yeah, you got a missing guy, huh?
Yeah, man.
Are you working with Ruben now?
Hell yeah. You know the guy.
It's the OG, man. OG. So those guys are working together 7 years ago, or 6 years ago. They worked together. So we get some silly stuff like this right here. These are transformers, and we'll take them to the scrapyard as transformers. This is a transmission, so this transmission would actually end up being cast aluminum, dirty cast aluminum. Same thing with these motors here. These are motors out of a bombardier, a jet ski. So we're asking $199 for them. Basically, what you're doing is you're selling basically just the casting or the motor, and they would redo all the guts and everything inside. So you will want to buy one of those when you let the oil run out and it blew up your wave runner and you need a new block. So up here we have extruded aluminum, which means that was just dumped. And then over here, this is the shreds or the white goods. And if you notice inside of it, there is a weight machine here. There's another weight machine here. So typically what that means is that the weight machine was broken or missing parts or something like that for us to just throw it away, because I didn't see that go into the warehouse. Yeah, the jet ski we got out of down in Naples a while back. We got it to run. We couldn't get the title. The guy that told us he could get the title, he never got around to it. So we ended up selling it to a guy and gave him that guy's number. So I don't know if he ever worked out a deal to get the number. We sold that and a trailer that we had sitting here. I think Logan said for $1,500. So it was a good deal. Now, a lot of times when somebody buys something like that, all they're gonna do is take it and take the motor out of it and fix something else. So that's typically what happens if they don't wanna mess with the title issue. Or they'll have a hull that has a title and they'll put the motor into that, something like that. So we had somebody run over our mailbox a couple times. So these rocks right here are really hard on vehicles. If you notice over there at our mailbox, I had the guys put some rocks on each side of it. When we got the Wave Runner, we also got this golf cart. Now, our maintenance guy has been using that golf cart to go back and forth over to work on the trucks over here in the other way, in the parking lot. Okay, now you talk about a significant find. This is a significant find, and only knowing this because this motor here I paid for after Hurricane Ian. I had put a new motor in. It was like $1,100. After Hurricane Ian, it ruined the motor, and I had to put another one in. $1,500 for one of these motors. So I had the guys test these to make sure they weren't underwater. They both worked just fine. So they're about $1,500 motors, and we put them up for $375 a piece. That is a huge find. And knowing what we know, that is a big plus. These will run forever. Now, a lot of times, like this older style pump here, this is a pool pump. We don't want to ask a lot of money for something like this, because what's going to happen is we don't know how long that was used. That might have been used. If you think about pool pumps, they run all the time, all year round, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, they're on a timer, so they're running a lot. so they don't last that long. So we don't want to sell somebody something like that and have it break in a month, ideally. This is another piece that came out of the Marco video, the $3 million. This is where those plates were on, the plates we showed you a little bit earlier. And then you get all kinds of crazy stuff like this. Like this is a box of somebody. This probably came out of a commercial setup. It's all the different lights they were using. It might even been a house. So you get stuff like this. We hate to throw this stuff away. Somebody will take that, and they'll take all of it. We got this really cool old sign off of Sanibel.
Yes.
You guys hung it up on the wall.
We hung it up.
Let's go over here and talk about it. I put a price on this in the video.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about, you can show that on the video.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys pricing this at the shop? We want to know what my price is versus what your price is.
So we are going to try for $4.99. That is our starting hallelujah price. That's what you said?
500.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Not
So
bad
we're
at
not
all.
doing too bad.
No,
then.
no, we're not doing
We're not
too
doing
bad.
too bad. Some of these things we look at, I put them at like $7.99 and come back here and they're $1.99. I'm like, oh.
Hey, you know, I mean, it's hard to sell. Yeah.
And sometimes maybe it's conditioned by the time they get here.
Sure. Yep.
All right, so we're coming over here to check this out, and he's letting me know he already sold it.
Yeah,
So we
it's
put,
sold.
what did we put on that price?
I think we just had $149 on it.
Why?
You know,
I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I just want to know why.
I think because even though it was a nice piece and there wasn't really anything wrong with it, for what we're selling here and the clientele that usually come through here,
Yeah.
they aren't looking for a piece like that, and it takes up a lot of room, and you know, we just were trying to move product before it gets damaged or it sits here for too long, or we need the space and we throw something else out.
So we're not a consignment shop. Basically what we are is we sell kitchen cabinets. That's our number one seller. Refrigerators will be our number two seller. Vanities probably the next, you think?
Yeah,
we sell a lot of vanities. So those are our primary things we sell. So what happens is if we have a big piece of furniture that sits here for 6 months or 8 months, that means we can't put a vanity there, or a kitchen cabinet set there, or a refrigerator there, or whatever.
Wet bar, yep.
So we want to sell the things that people come here and expect. So if we find somebody's got interest in something like that, that consignment store will probably ask what for that? Probably $1,100.
Yeah, a lot.
$700.
Yeah, eight
So
or 1,000.
you come here, you get a killer freaking deal on furniture, because that's not our game. We're not set up to sell furniture.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to the auto parts store and looking for eggs.
Yeah, exactly. We got to turn and burn sometimes.
We turn and burn.
That's right.
I like it. Hey, let's go check out these barn doors we just got.
Right this way, everybody.
All right. This is a really cool find. These are the brackets that this rolls on, and these are super heavy duty. Those are, geez, what are those, 10 foot?
Probably, yes.
Probably
It looks 10
probably
feet.
9 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
Probably 10 feet to the end of the rollers.
For sure.
So something like this, you got an idea what you're going to ask for it?
If I had to guess, we'd probably start at around $1,000.
Okay.
Right?
I was thinking 1,200. So,
1,200, yeah.
okay. So 1,200 is what we're going to ask for these. So this right here is something that's not very usual. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can actually get it into about 3 foot worth of space. We'll let it set for quite a while. And this is really super cool, but not everybody wants this in their house.
Sure. Or
a lot of people,
anybody can fit it in their house.
Well, and then you have the extra thing about this is you can't fit this in most houses. So this is going to go probably into somebody's office or something like that. It'd be really cool. They're going to look at these and go, oh my God, we can put that over, you know?
Yeah.
But most houses that we're working with that are DIY people, what would they say about something like this?
They don't know how to hang it.
Yeah, what else would they say? If it's a do-it-yourselfer, what are they gonna say?
I don't know.
It's too fucking tall.
It's too tall.
It won't fit in my house.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
All right.
So that's a super cool find?
Yep, I'm gonna put it back.
All right. You want
Yeah,
some
but I
help?
had to spin it around anyway. It was facing the wrong way. I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
All right, he's got it. Let's get out of the way in case you don't got it. I got some generic Airbnb kind of lamps, but these are really cool. So I'm gonna switch them out. I'm gonna bring them back here and give them to the Airbnbs, and then I'm gonna put those on each side of my bed. So I think they're pretty cool. Now the girlfriend might have a different idea, so we're gonna have to find out about that. So, so at any rate, that's pretty cool. We just walked you through and showed you a whole bunch of stuff that we got here at Reuse It Pros, and just kind of highlighting some of the crazy stuff we get and what we get, and some of the volume of the stuff that we get, and some of the very unique things that we get. So that's it, pretty much tying these videos together with a lot of the stuff that's actually at the shop. And if you notice, as we went through, we're completely full again. That big condo down in Sanibel or in Marco Island really helped us fill out the warehouse, kind of filled it right back up. So you get one big house like that and you can get a tremendous amount of stuff. And again, it's furniture, it still sells, we still make some money off of it. If you want furniture and you come here, you see it on Craigslist, we're not trying to beat the last dollar out of the furniture. We're just trying to get it out of here so that we can put in our kitchen cabinet sets, our vanities, our refrigerators and stuff that people are looking for when they come to a store like this, appliances, stuff like that. Hey, so if you like this video, check out this video right here.